What's going on, guys? So FIA official season day 2, and I decided to do nations instead of manufacturer this time. So remember that they only count 2 races of the 4. So now I'll have 1 manufacturer completed and 1 nations race completed. So I'm kind of bouncing between the 2. So anyway, the starting grid, I ended up getting first for qualifying. I'm using the Supra. Now, I don't know if the Supra was really the best choice. I noticed that a couple people in the top 10 were using the Supra, so I was like, oh, let me just give this a shot because I'm really familiar with it. But I don't know if it was really the best choice for me, but this is what I ended up going with. So I'm using the Supra, qualified first, Project D1, and that's a pretty cool livery he's got. He got 2nd place. Outlaw Quadrant gets 3rd place in the FT1. 4th place goes to TGT Cristiano with the FT1. The FT1, a pretty popular car on this circuit, it looks like. I saw a lot of those being used. Same with the Supra as well. And 5th place, PHY Ariel gets 5th. So let's go and get this started, guys. All right, here we go. Turn 1. Now, I know that I have 1st place, and I know that I have kind of like the pace here. So what I mean by that, by the pace, is I'm going to be able to determine how much fuel I'm going to be saving, how fast I'm going to go to maintain pace for the circuit. So I decided, hey, I'm going to save some fuel, not drive too fast, and kind of keep a casual pace for this race. All right, still on lap 1 here. You can see the grid's still tight. No wrecks yet, no accidents. I'm paying attention to the entire grid. Everyone's been smooth, everyone's been clean so far. So coming up on lap 2, no position change. Now, I'll tell you, this was some really good battling right here. Look, TGT's going to take this inside. Is he going to go for it? He is. Easy. Oh, a little bit of contact right there. And TGT ends up getting hit twice. You see that? See, right there, guys, that's a prime example of what happens when the battling gets really tight. It's inevitable, especially going through that turn where there's going to be a little bit of contact. I'm always afraid of taking that turn right there and trying to make a pass. Now, I'm sure you guys saw right here earlier that it looked like Ariel slowed down suddenly, and this is what happened. He went ahead and just braked right here, and he's slowing down because of some accumulated penalties. So he actually got hit a little bit. It looks like it was about 5 seconds worth of penalties right there. All right, now I want to point this out. This is lap 2. This is lap 2. Now take a look at this right here. This is an example of stuff to be careful for, okay? I was paying attention. Look at this brake, and boom, a hit right there. This is the kind of thing that we gotta be careful for when driving. Just kind of pushes the other guy out of the way and really messes up that line there. So this is the kind of stuff when you do this, you know, people are gonna start getting mad and they're gonna want vengeance. Look at that, a little bit of a tap right there. It's causing a little bit of heat from these drivers, and this is kind of how this hostility will build up throughout the race. Look at the little bit of aggressive driving going on right here. Okay, this is approaching lap 3. This is me still in 1st place. Now this stays like this the entire time until pit. So I'm thinking to myself right now, what's going on? He's right behind me, but it doesn't seem like he's making a pass. So I started to create a little bit of distance after this just to see what was happening. I had my suspicions that maybe he was trying to conserve fuel here. So I was keeping pace. I would increase and slow down and increase and slow down to kind of see what was going on. But I was maintaining fuel this entire time with the Supra. In my view right here, now I'm starting to notice right here I was having issues out of this exit. You see this? I couldn't decide, and you can see me shifting early here, but I couldn't decide if I should be in 2nd or 3rd gear coming out of that exit, because I noticed that every single time that vet would just start pulling on me as soon as I came out of that exit right there. And I was noticing this throughout the race, so I would swap from 2nd to 3rd or just maintaining 3rd gear coming out of that exit, seeing which would be best. Okay, this is still lap 3 here. Take a look at this Nissan coming in for the pass for the FT1. This is some great driving right here. Look at this. Take a look. Steals this inside. Nice job. Real clean. And the FT1 has to yield. Take a look at that. Nice job by Moku right here. Really good pass. Now we're in the FT1's view. I'm sure he's a little shooken up after that pass. Goes a little bit wide and spins out. He loses position, but take a look at this. He goes off to the left side. He's kind of going slow, not going crazy. People are aware of the accident. and it allows for people to pass. You see how he's taking it easy there, and he is being respectful for the other people that are coming by. Okay, approaching lap 4 here. This is the Supra right behind the Subaru. Take a look at this. Nice clean pass, steals the inside. See right here, the Subaru has to yield. Nice job. That's nice and clean. Well done right there. All right, guys, I want you to pay a lot of attention to this right here. Now this appears funny, but at the same time, it's not. We have to avoid doing this kind of thing. So pay attention to the Mercedes right here, right behind the Lexus. Going through this part. Now look at this. Sweeps over and smashes the Lexus. Now that is definitely on purpose, obviously. So we're going to go back, take a look in his view here. And what he does, comes across and intentionally just smacks into that Lexus. And I'm not going to lie to you, I feel really bad, you know, for this guy. This is RCB, and he's the one that gets hit here. And it's a nasty hit, and this puts him in last position. So, guys, no matter what happens in your race, no matter what happens, how frustrated you get, no reason to put anyone in the wall, especially during an FIA race. I did go back and track this, and I didn't see any reason for this hit. I'm not sure why this happened, but pretty unfortunate for this guy right here. All right, lap 5, some good battling going on right here between the Toyota and the Nissan. Take a look at this. He comes right here, clips this side, and just loses it in that FT1. And the Nissan's going to gain position. That's TGT right there, losing 2 positions from that small mistake. Okay, lap 6. Now right here, I'm starting to put a little bit of distance on that vet. And when I was doing that, Project D1 in the Corvette, he's still following me pretty close. I'm still shifting early, still trying to conserve fuel, but I notice he's still right there, and we're on lap 6. So I tried to burn him a little bit on this lap to create a little bit of distance before pit, because I didn't know how much fuel it was saving or where we were at this point. Okay, still lap 6, and you can see Outlaw's right behind us. There's about a 4 or 5 second gap between 3rd and 4th place, and these guys are right behind me. So podium is still very close up until lap 6. All right, so we're still on lap 6 here, and I want to focus a little bit of attention on RCB here. Now, this is the guy that got hit earlier and just slammed into the wall. You know, he was in like 5th place, and now he's all the way in the back. So this is him fighting from the back right now. And look at this, makes the clean pass right there, and he's still staying in this race. You know, regardless of what happened, he has not given up. And I'm going to tell you, I give a lot of respect for someone that gets hit like that and still stays in the race. Now you can see him right here defending his inside line, still driving clean. I watched, he's had no contact. Easy on the inside. And that's that Porsche from earlier, and he spins out right there. Nice job by RCB keeping his cool there. All right, this is the start of lap 7, and this is the battle for 4th place now. Now take a look at this Nissan right behind the Mitsubishi. This is really close, going in the closer view right here. Take a look at this. He's starting to catch him. Sweeps on the inside, a little bit of a bump. Ooh, a little bump there. I don't think that this is insanely intentional, though. A little bumping is going to happen. All right, lap 7 coming up right here. We're about to pit. I have a little bit of distance, but not enough. Project D1 is still right behind me in that Chevy. All right, now it's pit time, and as soon as we come in here, I couldn't believe this. I saved a decent amount of fuel. I was at about 22, which is pretty good for the Supra, and he was at 28. So that Chevy saved some serious fuel, and I took a look, and I was looking at the shifting points, and it was pretty much right on par. He went into 6th gear a couple times to save a little bit of fuel. But I'll tell you what, that Corvette saved some serious fuel being shifted around mid-RPM. I was very, very surprised. So he was able to pass me a pit right here, and now I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, well, I got past a pit. Let me conserve a little bit of fuel right now, but then at the end, I can push with that remaining fuel that I have and try to get my position back. Now, very interesting. So when I pit and Project D1 pit, Outlaw, the FT1 decided not to pit. So this is lap 8 for the FT1, and he's still staying on track. This is very interesting strategy because, you know, if you do one more lap, you have to make sure that you go really quick on that lap if you want to compensate for the people that pit earlier than you. I feel like it's a gamble. Sometimes it works. We're going to see if it pays off. Okay, so Outlaw goes into pit now. Now keep in mind, he is in first place right now because he chose to not pit on the same lap that we did. So we're going to see how far or if in front he will be after this pit. All right, so we just passed the pit and Outlaw is still pitting. So he's going to be coming out about 2 seconds behind us right after his pit strategy. So it looks like it actually put him behind just a little bit. And you can see me trying to put a lot of pressure on the vet right here, trying to force a mistake. Right here, nice defense by the Corvette. I couldn't really do anything. Right here, tries to stay on the outside, can't really make a pass. Great driving by this Corvette. You can see Outlaw right here in third place. And you remember how close he was before he pit, and you can see that spacing right there, and that's because he decided to pit 1 lap later. Generally speaking, it is a good idea to pit when everyone else does, but it doesn't always work that way. It just depends on how you plan your strategy. All right, take a look right here. This is a battle for 11th place. Now look at the Subaru right next to the Mercedes. This is always scary going through this turn. You see he's got the outside, the Mercedes has the inside here. You have to be careful because look at that right there, and he got nudged. Always a scary situation right there when you're taking the outside. It is better to yield in most circumstances because that car that's on the inside may flare out wide a little bit and clip you. Not intentionally, but just because the car is naturally going to go wide a little bit, it's very difficult to make that pass sometimes. Okay, this is lap 10. Remember this Mercedes from earlier? Same exact situation here. Comes to the inside. Doesn't really give the super room and a little bit of a nudge there. Now, this wasn't dirty. I really don't think it was dirty. Just, you have to remember, guys, when you're taking this turn and someone has your inside, there's really nothing else that you can do. You really pretty much have to yield there. It's very, very hard when someone's taking that inside for there to be no contact. Okay, lap 12. This is the battle for 5th place. We're in the Toyota FT1 right now. You can see him try to come on the inside a little bit wide in 3rd gear. And that little bit of a spin right there causes him to spin sideways a little bit. Now that's something that I don't love about the FT1. I do notice when I'm driving this car, especially coming off that turn right there, if you go a little bit wide in 3rd gear, that thing just wants to kick out on you. Okay, this is lap 13, so now I know, okay, this is the time I need to start catching. So you can see me right here coming in a little bit too fast, overshooting it. I late brake so I get a little bit more speed. Getting on it, but it still worked though. I'm still on that slipstream, and I'm trying to stay close to make my pass soon here. I know that I don't have a lot of time. I only have this lap and 1 more lap to make my move. Staying close right here, right behind the vet. He's really good with defense. So I'm trying to figure out where I can make my pass because I notice as soon as we get on the straight, that vet just pulls away slowly. Right here, got to be careful. Don't want to clip those curbs too much. Full throttle, slight lift, full throttle again. Shift, he's still, look at that thing. That vet just moves as soon as we're done with that area right there. Right here, coming close, trying to rev it up, brake. Tried to cut in, 2nd gear, trying to creep on this inside. Look at that vet just takes off. Great battling, great defense right here by Project D1. Okay, this is it, the final lap. I have to make my move now. You can see that late brake right there. Still trying to get some speed. Full throttle. You see the Super getting sideways a little bit. And this is why the strategy wasn't good. I should have tried to pass earlier because what's happening now is that my tires are gone. I can't really push as much as I would want to. So right here, good job of Project D1 defending. Starting to come, trying to go. I have to go wide again. Good defense, keeping us inside. No contact there. Real close racing. Nice defense. You can see me revving up that Super now, so now I'm right behind him. Okay, trying to stay right here. I overshoot that. Completely messes me up. I lose a ton of time there, at least 2 or 3 tenths. And he's starting to pull away right there. It's not over yet. This is that scary turn right here. He always pulls a little bit on this turn, but I gained a little bit of ground coming off that exit right there. Take a look at this. This was my downfall right here. Get on it a little bit too early and spin sideways, and that killed me. So fantastic job by Project D1 here, taking 1st place. I couldn't catch him on the last lap. I made a mistake and got sideways, and that's what happens if you conserve fuel and you try to pass on the final lap. So my tires were worn, I tried to push, and when I did that, I just kept getting sideways a little bit. So D1 ends up taking this, and I get second place. Still not bad, I'm happy with that. That was my first Nations event, so it was still a really good race. It was really tight the whole time. Congratulations to the top 5. All of you guys did really good. That was another fun race that I had. Really competitive FIA, awesome stuff. And thank all you guys for watching. And by the way, I will be streaming, I think, tomorrow if you're watching this video. So Monday, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a stream, say hi to you guys, come on for a little bit. And I just wanted to get this video out there and get it done because I know you guys like the highlights. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.